So, if you haven't heard, Nexon, after 20 long years, finally announced their version of OG Maplestory. Not the one we play in 2025, but the one we used to play back when we were kids. Picture this. You just finished yet another day in school, terrific as always. You wait for the bus home, just thinking about everything you get to do now that you're free. This time of yours is precious, away from the noise of the outside world. Nose deep into, what? This silly little game? What the hell are you even doing on here? Yes, this is what me and a lot of people did many years ago, and what I've concluded from forcing myself to play this game all throughout 2025 is that a lot of you are too, or I don't know, you might not be. Maybe you were a henny-ho back then and played a lot during the holidays. Maybe you were Asian or you grew up in the hood. You got stacks of Nexon Karma coin cards in your closet, and if you're like me, you did them surveys for NX credit. Actually, that's where I first found out about Netflix. Before they became a multi-billion-dollar company, they were hustling numbers with Nexon to get their players hooked. I could go on for days, but the reason I brought you all here is because I have a very big secret that I'm going to tell everyone listening right now. Something your favorite Maplestory content creator wouldn't dare to say or admit for the fear of losing everything they built their entire lives upon. And that secret is MS Classic will be the next era of Maple history. And before anyone decides to disagree, here are 5 reasons why you should main the Bishop in Maplestory Classic Worlds, coming out whenever the hell they decide to release it. Now, if you've watched Johawk videos, you'll know that the Magician is the best class in the game, even better than Thieves. I'd say the only issue with the Mage is how crazy they fall off in the later stages of the game. I'm talking like level 150 plus. But most of you probably won't see the likes of level 50, let alone 4th job, which is why playing the Mage will be the key to having the most fun out of this game. But having fun can come in all shapes and sizes. Being strong is fun, being fast is fun, being rich, believe it or not, is fun. And that will especially be the case in Classic World. Now heal. On the surface, it just seems like a really good healing skill. Little mana cost, heals out the ass, and suddenly pots are no longer an issue. Play any other class and you'll know the struggle of going back to town every time you run out of Uganis and you gotta go visit his ugly ass to refill. Ah, but there's more. Heal is a jump castable skill, the likes of only elite classes such as the Sin possess, and it does damage to undead enemies. Not only for some reason are there very good maps with mobs that also drop very good loot, but with the combination of MP Eater, training as a cleric is not only easy, but completely free of resource reduction. I recommend maxing these two as soon as possible if you decide to go the cleric for the monies. Otherwise, prioritize teleport as your next max. And if you play like an e-girl, max this. Ah, teleport. This is by far the best movement skill in the game. There are many arguments about which skill is the best skill of all time, hands down. People say shit like Genesis, Shadow Partner, Flash Jump, Roar, Hyper Body, but I'd honestly say it's teleport. You get this shit at level 30, it's crazy. If you ever wanted to know what it felt like to have the fastest car at the meetup, Magician is the way. It may feel taken for granted if you play Maple in 2025, but that sense of Maple superiority could be felt so hard with this skill. And again, all you had to do was reach level 30. But don't go thinking mages are easy just because your skills are brain dead. You can apply advanced jump shot tactics to really up your movement game. And if mages can teleport while in the air like Chrono Story, it's GG go next. Warriors will be laughed at, publicly hazed like in Maple Land, which is why I'll be going the priest route, as you should too. There are less movement options to worry about. You'll thank me later. Technically, I probably don't even need to put on Magic Guard, because I'm just healing. Whatever. This is the door. Instructions unclear? You enter it, you're back in town. Go do your NPC shit, recharge your stars, go take a piss, come back and enter the door. You're back where you were. This is what time management looks like. The priest is all about time management, a trait shared with another skill called HS. Earlier I had said that teleport is the best skill in the game, but I'm sorry, I lied. It's actually HS. Not only does this skill give bonus EXP to you and your party, it is the most desired skill out of every possible skill to choose from. This skill is so insanely good that players pay money by the hour for this skill. Yes, money. Because every single time an MMO that is new comes out, there will be players throwing real cash onto the table for an advantageous skip. This never fails to work. It happened with Mapleland, it happened with Shark Tale. Guess what? It's gonna happen with MS Classic World. Time is money, money is time, and since we've already seen what to expect from the other iterations, we can try to accurately guess whether or not 1 hour of HS service would net you more money than working minimum wage. Let's just see exactly who's making more money by the hour. You at your 9 to 5 slaving away on the clock, or me? The bishop will be giga grinding out the ass, having lost the sense to tell time. Alright, so in order to figure out if we make more cash stack by playing Maple Classic, we first need to find the meso to hour rate of HS service in Mapleland, and then find the meso to USD ratio for Mapleland. Next, we have to find the meso to hour rate of HS service in Artale, along with the meso to USD ratio for Artale. So let's go ahead and find out HS service. Alright, so this is gonna take a while. Okay, so after a lot of digging, I think I found out the rates. One of the comments here, it's in Korean, but this guy says that HS service is around 700 to 1.5 mil, okay? And as we know already from the scroll video, 1 mil is 1750 USD in Mapleland back then. Furthermore, if you search HS service in the Artale Discord, you can see that services are about 3 mil an hour. You have to make sure to remember that Artale's meso is a lot easier to obtain compared to Mapleland, but in the end of the day, any early MMO is going to have rates out the ass where mesos will be worth a lot. So now let's figure out how much 1 mil in Artale is compared to Mapleland. In this stream highlight right here, we have somebody buying a pet for 600k. Pets are worth 1,600 world coin. Now, if we were to figure out how much 1,600 world coin is, now my is probably in Canadian dollars, which means we're gonna have to calculate how much 7.99 would be in USD. So let's do that. 7.99 CAD to USD would be $5.68. Okay, so now let's multiply everything by 10 and then divide by 7. That gets us 8.11, and if we deduct tax, that's probably around $8 per mil in Artale. Multiply that by 3, because it's 3 mil per hour of HS, and you're netting $24 an hour in Artale for holding down a single button. While in Mapleland, you'd be netting around 13 to 28 USD for an hour of HS service, depending on how much your buyer is willing to pay. I would have to safely assume that in Maplestory Classic World, you'd be getting paid at least $20 or more for your trouble. Now, I know minimum wage has increased over the past couple years thanks to inflation, but check to see if your hourly pay trumps that of the HS service guy. Now, I'm not telling you to sell your mesos for cold hard cash. I'm just pointing out how ridiculously rich you would be if you spent the time to click a singular button for hours on end. So what did we learn from this chat? Max HS first. And if anyone tells me the math is wrong, you know what's coming. Behold, the ultimate mage spell in Maplestory, the epitome of everything right and wrong with OSMS, a controversy-filled skill that is one of 4 FMAs which make farming, leveling, progressing, just everything notoriously easy in a not-so-easy video game. I'll keep things simple, but just in case there were a couple of you out there who didn't know about Genesis, it is the most sensitive topic in old school MS by far. And I hate to be the guy who says this, but I was lying for the 3rd time. This is the most goated move in the game. Nothing compares! What do you get when you combine a mage at level 120 and a guy with no life? Endless grinding for loot while leveling faster than any other class for the rest of history. OSMS history, that is. It's so damn good that Nexon themselves had to nerf it to the ground. In the year 2025, there's not a single FMA that doesn't have a cooldown. Even the people want it nerfed. Mapleland sort of nerfed it by limiting the mobs hit by 15 to 10, but really the issue of brokenness wasn't from the mob count, it was from the fact that there's no cooldown. Oh, but mage story this, mage story that. Yeah, whatever, dude. Getting Getting to level 120 in the first place is no joke, and to reach such an elite title, you honestly deserve some benefits. The complainers will likely end up playing some other game anyway, so why is it that we cater to those who won't be loyal? You tell me, cause I don't know. What do I think should happen to Genesis? Well, nobody cares what I want. But if you're really asking for it, here's what I think. Maplestory Classic World intends to bring a faithful recreation of OG MS. So with each little change here and a quick little quality life there, at what point does the cyborg become a fully fledged robot? Thank you for watching, and congratulations on advancing to a bishop. Now go out there and sell some leech and HS. Make you a couple dollars. Also consider yourselves lucky for sticking around until the end, because I'll be answering some of the fans' most burning desired questions right here, right now. Alright, bring out the questions.
Who will you main in Maplestory Classic?
The Night Lord. I'll be maining the Night Lord with a priest on the side, and I'll be training them together. No, I'm not crazy.
What server is this?
If you're asking about this, it's Chrono MS. If you play Smash, I describe it as like a Project M of OSMS. It's currently still in development as of the release of this video, but I'm sure my boy Booty will create something awesome. If you're asking about anything else, I don't know what to tell you.
Do you like HP washing?
I don't. You must have me mistaken for somebody else. I think HP washing should be replaced with life and mana pots. Alright, final question. Let's wrap this up so I can go back to feeding in League of Legends.
Why do you hate Reboot?
I don't mind telling why, but you know answering that would take a whole nother video, right?